A major WWE star's future is touch and go. Plus, an Impact Wrestling star has made a big gimmick change. And another top name is rumoured for Money in the Bank. It's all in the wrestling news right now. Let's talk about Adam Copeland, a.k.a. Edge.
You have me going then. I thought you were going to say, let's talk about Adam Copeland, baby.
I can't say the name Adam in here.
No.
You know who appears and you love it. But Adam Perchiti, notwithstanding, Adam Copeland is the focus of today. WrestleVotes describing the future of Edge in WWE currently as touch and go, saying that once Edge names the place and the opponent for his retirement match in WWE, they will work towards it. WrestleVotes also say it's a lot of respect for Edge and they're going to let him do what he wants. And for now, Edge is seeing how his body holds up. So this isn't a case of Edge is like, right, that's it, I'm done. Sorry, I'm clocking out now. It's more a case of Edge is very aware and very comfortable that his retirement is on the way. And I think this has been a fabulous way for him to bow out the way that he wanted to.
Yeah, definitely. Like, he's come back and had some absolutely tremendous matches. The one that I always think about is the one at WrestleMania with Roman Reigns and Daniel Bryan as well. Like, such a phenomenal match. He had us going for a little while, didn't he, as well, with the World Heavyweight Championship stuff.
And he were like, he's going to win the belt and then drop it and then retire in Canada. So after, like,
because there was a show, there's a SmackDown show in Toronto, isn't there, around about the same time, I believe, as SummerSlam. And we were like, well, go on then, why not have that? But oh man, it'll be sad to actually see Edge go, but at the same time, it'll be a good thing because he gets to do it on his own terms finally, which I think is the main thing.
And whilst I know people are hungry for an Edge and Christian reunion, I can't see us getting one. I think we should just enjoy the time that we had.
Yeah,
I think.
Enjoy the time that we...
Because at the moment, Christian's locked in with AEW and there's a firm commitment there. And already, like, AEW have been more than fair with letting Regal go out of his contracts. And I don't think they'd be up for doing something similar again. And also, like, in order for that to happen, it would mean that Edge would retire from WWE and have a run in AEW. And I don't know if I want Edge to do anything outside of WWE.
I agree, but I mean, it feels like his home, doesn't it?
That's
his home.
Yeah.
And I think that's only right for it to end that way. And I feel like he would want that as well at the same time, you know?
It's always a shame when you get wrestlers that kind of have that final run in another promotion under a different name, and it doesn't, and you know, the energy and the spark's not as there. In some cases, it works incredibly well. In some cases, it doesn't so much. And I would quite like for Edge to retire in WWE and be done. If we don't get one more run back with Edge and Christian, then so be it.
Wait, you don't want to see Edge in AEW as corner? Come on now.
Sexton Hardcastle is all elite. No, I absolutely do not want to see that.
Fair enough.
That's
Tom.
fine. I tell you what, speaking of name changes and gimmick changes, let's talk about one from Impact last night.
Yeah, so during this week's episode of Impact on Access TV, Taylor Wilde beat Jessica Havoc, and Jessica got a post-match beatdown from the Coven until Courtney Rush, Rosemary's other persona, made the save. She came in, she clicked her heels together with her Converse on, and she ran to the ring. Rush revealed backstage that Rosemary had worn her body for the past 7 years, and now she's gone, bringing Rush to the front. Jessica invited her to become a death doll, and they will team up to face Wilde and King tonight on Under Siege during their pre-show.
Yeah, now Courtney Rush was a regular for Shimmer back in the day, in the late 10s. The first time she's competed, I believe, outside of the Rosemary gimmick in Impact Wrestling. So she's forever been Rosemary in Impact, and as part of Decay and numerous other factions. I've always enjoyed her work. But this is a nice refresh for Courtney Rush, to see Courtney Rush as part of that. And she'll be teaming with Jessica tonight in the pre-show for Under Siege. Also, our boy Joe Hendry will be there on the pre-show as well, defending the Impact Wrestling digital media title against the man who attacked Santino Marella, Dirty Dango.
Oh, I believe in Joe Hendry. Do you believe in Joe Hendry to get this done?
The pop that Joe Hendry got last week at North Wrestling when he turned up as a surprise tag partner for Rory Coyle nearly blew my eardrums. It was fantastic.
Oh, the love he gets is so nice to see.
Amazing. You can watch that, by the way, on Fight Plus next week. Commentary from myself and Vader Scott.
I thought you were going to say Darth Vader then. I got excited.
I fear Vader Scott more than Darth Vader. Force is strong with Vader Scott. So let's run down the card for Impact Under Siege that takes place tonight.
Tonight, well, we've got the X Division champion, Trey Miguel versus Chris Sabin. We've got Impact Tag Team champions Chris Bay and Ace Austin versus Mark Andrews and Flash Morgan Webster with Danny Luna as well. That's very exciting.
I'm on Mark Andrews' podcast this week.
What?
Fun little shout on the BBC. I thought I was on last week. I think I'm on this week.
That's cool.
On the BBC Sounds app, you can hear it. And Mark's on his way to just before he went to Florida, he did a cheeky little podcast. Not Florida. I'm thinking of the old days of Impact.
Old days?
Yeah, which before he went to Impact. he did after the podcast, and he's over there now. Go on, Mark. Go on, Subculture.
Go on.
Nice.
I'm excited. I'm going to listen to that. We've got Eddie Edwards versus Moose versus Jonathan Gresham versus Yuya Uemura versus Frankie Kazarian versus Alex Shelley. That's a stacked boy right there. We've got Nick Aldis versus Kenny King. We've got The Design versus Sam Callahan, Rich Swann, and a mystery partner. Ooh.
Joe Hendry again.
Joe Hendry. Go on.
Just keep making it Joe Hendry.
Trinity versus Giselle Shaw. We've got Knockouts champion Deonna Purrazzo versus Jordan Grace. Now, if Grace loses, she can't challenge for the title again, whilst Purrazzo is champion. And we've got Impact World Champion Steve Macklin defending the title against PCO in a no DQ match.
It's a big weekend of wrestling, and Impact Wrestling leads from the front. They kick it all off tonight on Fight with a stacked card for Under Siege. Let's look ahead from this weekend to the O2 down in London. Apples and pears, don't talk to anybody.
Why?
Taxis are expensive.
They are very expensive.
Another name rumoured for the Money in the Bank ladder match that will be taking place at the O2 in July. Worked Wrestling say that Dominic Mysterio could be involved in the match. Many backstage are high on him and how he has grown as a performer over the last year. I cannot stop thinking about that beautiful UK crowd every time Dominic Mysterio comes close to grabbing the briefcase.
Oh my God.
Shaking the O2 with booze.
When we were at Clash at the Castle and he kicked Edge in the nuts, everybody just went berserk, didn't they? It was weird because it felt like where we were sitting, it was a huge cheer that he'd finally done this.
It was a cheer. I think at the time that was a cheer.
Yeah.
But I think now people enjoy booing him.
I agree.
Mind you, maybe the O2 will cheer him. I don't know. But either way, it'll be a volatile reaction of some sort.
Definitely.
A voluminous reaction of some sort for Dom if he's in the match. Cody Rhodes is another name that's rumoured to be in the match. We've heard about Logan Paul being in the match this week. Jack's had a little think on this, and you can check out Jack the Jobber's video on the Cultaholic YouTube channel right now, where he takes a look at some of the potentials to be going for the Halliburton in July in the O2. Yeah, so that's your wrestling news for today. For the latest throughout the day, you can check out cultaholic.com. Keys.
Love you, bye.